Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lyv and Learn Podcast, where we teach buyers, sellers, investors, and agents what to do and how to make a lot of money when selling real estate. Today, I have my friend Patti Geanakos of Empty My Nest here with me. Thank you so much, Patti, for being here.
Absolutely.
Super excited to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Patti is the guru and my first call for anyone who needs to downsize their homes and get their belongings the heck out of my way so I can bring in new staging and make it pretty again, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, when people have lived there for a long time, homes just gather a lot of things and it becomes very overwhelming for people to free themselves
Absolutely.
of all their stuff. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. So, Patti, how did you even get into this line of business, right? Like what made you say, I want to help people downsize?
So I think I've been doing this for a long time for myself and my family. We have moved ourselves 6 times, and every time you move, you're getting rid of things and organizing and doing that. So I think that was part of it, and then I would help my friends do it. And then in 2009, we moved my parents to live closer to us to help care for them. And I had to empty the home of 52 years.
Yeah, that's some real practical experience.
Yeah. And that took months. Months.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot doing that process as well. And then back during the pandemic, we sold our home in Connecticut. So we lived in Connecticut for 23 years. Mm-hmm. And we moved from 5,000 square feet to 822.
Liberating.
And
much less to clean.
yes. And our realtors said they never saw a home empty as fast as we did. And they started asking me to ask their clients,
Wow.
They said, this house has to close in 2 weeks, Patti, and they're not doing anything. Can you help them?
Yeah.
So I tried to help some of them as well. So it never really
Just got magically thrown into the business, if you will.
And I got a lot of satisfaction out of doing it, and I liked helping people. And I never really thought like I would do it as a business. I just thought, well, okay, I'm good at this. I can do this. So then we came to Boston.
Awesome. That's amazing, Patti. That's a great story. We have a way, us realtors have a way of throwing people into a lot of situations.
Yeah.
We need your help. Let's go. All hands on deck. So that's great. What do you think, or what do you do with someone who is staring at a pile or decades and decades of belongings? Where do they even begin?
Again, that's very hard. I did a job recently where I had 2 adult children contact me first and say, we'd like to have our parents move closer to us. They were in their 80s. They're starting to fail a little bit. And they had a house of over 50 years where they really didn't get rid of a lot of things. And so I went, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, but I went and met with them. I met with the daughters and the parents. And I walked into the house, and the parents were not happy.
Oh,
It was not.
Oh, that's
you
uncomfortable.
You could tell immediately this was not their idea. It was not what they wanted to do. So I just listened and heard the stories, and I told them how I had helped my parents as well. And it's not easy, but we take it one closet at a time. We take it one room at a time. And you get through it. And
Come up
so
with a
you
plan.
can kind of see if they're going to be willing to go through this process with you. The other thing is I never tell people to get rid of their things. It's their stuff. It's not my stuff. But I can say, you haven't really opened this box probably in 20 years. So let's take a look at it. But it might be time for it to just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pay for storage forever.
Yeah, storage.
And that's what everyone's doing. We all know storage
Yeah.
companies are making a killing.
Absolutely.
So how do you necessarily decide? Do you have this, I know some people have acronyms like what to keep, what to sell, what to throw out.
Yeah.
Do you have do you come in and do these 3 main piles? Is this
I
what
do.
organizes you?
I do. Again, every client is different. I can kind of tell which ones will be okay with
Let's
this
say we have a
process.
very behaved client.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And let's do, for instance, they're willing.
They're willing, right?
There's no resistance here. They're willing to sell.
Yeah.
You go in and you've got some nice things, some not nice things. Like,
Right.
how do you, like, what's your first dive in? Like, do we sell the furniture first? Do we get rid of the junk first, the smaller items first,
Yeah.
typically, or it just depends?
Well, again, I work with a realtor to say, what is the furniture that you're going to, do you want
Right.
to keep any of the furniture for
Right.
staging? If you don't.
I love that you
Yeah.
asked that, because some stuff is fitting in a home or
Absolutely.
fits perfectly.
Yeah.
Maybe dated, but it still looks nice.
That's fine. Right, yeah.
Right.
Like get rid of the slouchy couch.
Right.
But keep the chairs
Always
and the table.
listen, people. Always get rid of the slouchy couch. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to keep your couch.
they
No one
don't.
wants to pay you money for
Right.
your couch.
Yeah.
Right, Patty? Those are hot sells.
No. So the other way that I help do this organization is I have colored painter's tape, because painter's tape doesn't stick to anything. And I make piles, or I go around a room, and blue is keep. So I'll walk around and I'll say, oh, let's look at that bookcase. Do you want to keep all the books on that shelf? Do you want to keep that vase, or whatever it is? So blue is keep, orange is purge, red is donate, and green is sell. And
Wouldn't it be amazing showing up in the house? Or they already did your color coding?
Yes.
For when you get, guys, take notes, all right?
Yeah.
Blue
and-
is what?
Well, blue is keep.
Blue is keep.
But blue can actually be anything. I actually come up with these categories, and I say to the client, does that work for you?
Yeah.
Because people might have a different association of what a color means to them.
Green go,
Fine.
red.
Right, yeah.
Red,
Exactly.
red throw out.
Yeah, I look at green like money.
Yeah, I
Green
love
for
that.
Money. Right.
Yeah, right.
So,
Okay.
So we have those categories, and then I get the items together. Also with an organizing session, any donations that I can fit in my car that day, I take.
Amazing.
With them. And that is a huge plus.
I think people feel really, really good about their stuff being donated.
Yes, they do.
How do you not feel good about that? So at least if you're not going to make any money off selling it, let it go to someone who really needs it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And they also, it's things moving out of the house immediately.
Yeah.
And then they start to say, oh, I can do this.
Right.
Like they realize that they
Right.
can do it.
Right. It's
So
just like getting the energy going, getting it flowing, and getting everyone delegating, and I love
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to donate things?
Well, I tend to go to the Goodwill on Harrison Avenue because I live in Boston,
Okay.
and that's the closest place. But if a customer has a special place that they would like me to go, I will bring the items there.
Okay. You like the Goodwill store? Yeah.
I do, and there's a gentleman in the trailer out back, and he sees me all the time because I'm there at least once a week. And he
Knows
calls
you by first
He
name?
calls me Lady.
Lady, I love
He
it.
says, "Oh, Lady, you have a lot of
He
stuff."
knows you got the good
And
stuff,
I
I'm
always
sure.
say, it's not my stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, that's-
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he thinks you're a hoarder or something.
Right, I know exactly. So
That's amazing. We've come across some really amazing donation companies, if you will. Goodwill's fantastic. Salvation Army will often take a lot of things. But Beverly Bootstraps has been a really wonderful organization. They have a store, and they resell that, and they help rehabilitate people into eventually having their own homes.
Yeah.
So there's like a whole process behind what Beverly Bootstraps does. So I love them if you're in the Beverly area. And there's a local church near me, Great Rock Church. They have a wonderful thrift store.
That's great.
I
Yeah.
love donating to them.
I think if you do the homework, you can find a lot of places.
Yeah.
After the pandemic, it became hard to donate some things, and I also feel like a lot of these nonprofits don't have the capacity, the money, or the staff to get in a truck and come and pick it up.
Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to call Goodwill. They'll come pick it up.
No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah.
No.
The other one that I seem to go to a lot is called More Than Words. I don't know if you've
Oh, I
heard
haven't
of
heard
that.
of that one.
So they have a place, they have a store actually in Waltham as well as Boston, and they support young people at risk. And they bring them in, and they teach them how to price items. They teach them retail skills.
Fantastic.
The young people drive the trucks.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
you're really, it's not just you're giving away your things. And their biggest thing really is books and clothing. And they just took over the Boomerang store, I think, in Cambridge. Yeah, as
Amazing.
well. Yeah. So
I love that.
them
I love
too.
anything that like keeps the process going,
Yep.
and continues to help people, not just, here you go, and never
Right.
help them get or
Exactly.
achieve anything better than
Yeah.
where they're at. So
Yeah.
that's very inspiring. How do you decide, Patti, and determine what you're going to auction and what you're going to donate? Because
Right.
let's say that, okay, it's not junk, right? We're not
Right.
calling the junk company. You're not junk removing it.
Sure.
So now you've got a product. How do you decide if it's going to be a saleable item or not?
So
When I say saleable on your auction site
sure,
that you
right,
use.
yeah. So Empty Menace, we sell in one of two ways for people. We sell on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and then we have online auctions. So it's not an in-person estate auction, it's online. And I'm an auction manager with a company called Clearinghouse Estate Sales.
Amazing.
So, how do I decide if I'm going to donate or sell it? Well, I just know the things that will sell on Facebook. Right. And I think the key to that, and there are a lot of people selling on Facebook Marketplace, but the key to that is pricing it right. So you've decided that you just don't want that.
Hutch.
No, not the hutch.
No
not
hutch.
the hutch. No.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want the that big office printer that you have because it's just taking up too much room, and it's a great printer and it still works and everything.
Yeah.
So when I take things I don't physically take them, but when I agreed to sell some things, I research them and see not what people are asking for, but what they're selling at.
Of course. Yeah.
And
those are the real comps.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that's kind of Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. But back to your question about how do you decide whether you're going to donate or sell. In an auction, I can sell a lot of different things. I can sell the things that even don't sell because you put them into lots. So crystal and china and tchotchkes and Hummels.
Do those all sell?
They will, but they're just going to sell for a few dollars.
Yeah, people think they're invaluable.
Yeah, no,
invaluable.
They're just not. And the Hummels, I mean, my mother had Hummels. I had Hummels. But, and when you get one, and I don't even remember how much they cost, but they were probably like $100, $200. I don't even know. And you might get $10 for a Hummel. Yeah. So there's a realization that comes, and I have to be very clear to people that it's just like your house. Your things are worth what someone is willing to pay for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to get the most amount of money you can, I'm
That's
sure,
right.
at auction, because
Exactly.
if they make more money, you make more money, right?
Exactly right. Yeah.
And typically auction fees, how does that kind of run? How do you actually make money doing first of all, Facebook and Craigslist, I commend you for posting on there because there's so much fraud that can be there.
Oh, yes.
And there's some crazy people that can be on there, right?
Yes. I do all the vetting. I do all the photography and all the measurements, and I vet the buyers. I research them. I have to know their full name. I want to know where they live. I look up their LinkedIn profile.
Love it.
And then the seller meets the person to pick up the item. I don't go to the person's home for the delivery. That seems to be working out fine right now.
Awesome.
I won't send somebody to someone's home that I think
vetted.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
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 No.
And you get those. I've
just don't.
certainly sold plenty of things, and you just get a feeling like this person is not the right person.
So if it's and
But another reason why we need you, right? So that you can
it's
fully
a
vet
lot
them.
of time, and people don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll say, well, I'll do it for you. So.
There's things to look for too. If someone's being shady or weird about
for
something,
sure.
or
Yeah.
they're asking weird questions.
Well, if their profile name on Facebook is Jean Marie, that's great. But I don't know who you are, Jean Marie. And I don't know where you live, and I kind of need to know.
Yeah.
So if they won't answer the questions, or they say, why do you need to know, then I just go to the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. That works out pretty well. So there's generally a split, and the splits are different. So I couldn't really quote you any
Sure.
rates.
Right. It's just like a percentage of
It's a percentage
whatever
of,
is sold.
Right. So as long as for auctions, we assess, there is enough items here for the auctions. Could be furniture, could be housewares, could be rugs, lamps, sporting equipment, your treadmill. It could be
Do you have like a
silver,
minimum
gold.
auction number, like of items, like a minimum items number?
I'd like to have 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least 100 for it to be worth
I'd
it.
say 75, 100.
Okay.
But it depends what the items are, too.
Yeah, right.
So what are the things that sell? Let's talk about what are the things that sell and what are the
Yes.
things that don't sell.
Yes. What's like a surprising thing that sells for top dollar that people wouldn't believe? Everyone, listen up. This is really important, right? Like
Things that sell for top dollar.
something that sells for more money than you would ever expect it to.
Really vintage and great shape Pyrex ware.
Pyrex ware.
Yeah.
Pyrex.
Yeah.
Glass.
From the 50s and 60s.
Glass dishes.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's incredible.
I know. Right.
I've got some.
Yeah. Okay.
Fantastic. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
Go figure out if you have
Pyrex
vintage
ware.
Pyrex.
I'm sure there are
How do you
other
know
things.
if it's vintage Pyrex or if it's new Pyrex?
Oh, yeah, you know.
You can tell.
Yeah, by the patterns.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pyrex is
Right, yeah.
scraped off.
Yeah.
Barely make it out.
Yeah. Vintage jewelry does pretty well.
Okay.
You have to have a lot of it. I do auctions just for jewelry.
Very cool.
I had a client whose wife passed away, and he needed to clean out his home, and I did actually 2 auctions for him. I did all the organizing. I packed him up. I moved him into assisted living. He was so grateful, and then he gave me 20 pounds of his wife's jewelry.
Oh my gosh.
20 pounds. And I said,
and was it all
I'm
gold?
I'm still selling it.
That's wonderful.
And I photograph all the auctions, and I
Yeah.
just have jewelry auctions, and then I ship it across the country.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
actually, I enjoy that the most.
Yeah, that's easy, right? Small,
It's
easy
not
to ship.
that it's easy. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I test the stones
Yeah.
and the gold and the silver.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you get really into it.
It's very interesting, and people love it.
All right, so people, any old jewelry that you have too, besides the Pyrex, if you have old jewelry, Patti is the one to call.
There you go.
She will get it sold.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes settings are very much so outdated or not modern, or maybe they just want to keep, certain aspects of the set. So I think that's awesome. That's really good to know.
Yeah.
I was at Long's last week, and they have a whole vintage
Yes.
jewelry
Yeah.
section. I would presume that's resale items.
Yes, so people will go to Long's. I also work with Anderson Jewelers in Wellesley.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go and they will buy your vintage jewelry as well. Yeah, that's another way to do it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Lots
I
of
love
outlets. Lots of outlets for your stuff.
that. Yes. What are things that people assume? Let's converse, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are items that people? I know we said Hummels. Is there anything else that people are like, how is that worth nothing?
Right. So the hardest things to sell right now are large items, big items, hutches, marble tables. That marble table cost me $14,000.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, but I really don't even have any idea how we're going to get it out of the house. China. So China.
Yeah, people
Nobody
think.
wants to China.
Yeah.
I sold my China.
Yeah, my mother keeps trying to give me my grandmother's china.
Yeah.
And I feel bad saying
Yeah.
no, but
Yeah, but nobody wants it. Waterford, not going.
crystal, you would think Waterford crystal would be worth something.
No.
Nothing.
Well, not in an auction.
I don't know.
You know,
Well,
I mean, if you want to spend 6 months and list it on Facebook, you might find somebody to buy it.
Right.
So, but that's another thing is that timing is an issue too. So I think
that actually leads to my next question is,
Sure.
how long does it usually, let's say let's just give a scenario. We've got a typical 3,000 square foot colonial, some very nice items. They want to get on for the spring. It's not completely cluttered, but it's dated. When's a good time for them to really start this process and call you?
okay. So the best answer to that is as soon as possible. I just feel like you cannot start soon enough. So ideally, to do the majority of the decluttering and getting rid of things and things out the door and donated, and even hire a junk lugger to get rid of the initial pass of things we're just going to throw away, like the broken cribs and all those other things, would be like, 2 months before you're going to list the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
months.
fair enough.
And then
It always takes longer than I think you think it's going to. Just like
Right,
moving.
right.
It's always going to take longer than typically
Yeah,
than
the
everyone
time
thinks,
that it
with the
takes-
moving truck,
the time it takes depends upon how fast that person has the ability to make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we have a lot of people that will say, so we have maybe piles. Oh, yellow. I didn't talk about yellow. Yellow is I don't know.
Yellow is okay. All right.
Yellow is I don't know, and we have the I
Yellow
don't
is
know.
Patti help.
Yeah, it's
What
like
do you
I don't
think?
know. So we
Yeah.
have and that means they're not going to deal with that today. So they're not going to deal with that. And I'll say, okay, well, I'm going to come back next week and the week after, and then we have to get rid of the yellow. So we have to decide if you want to keep them, it's fine. Just
Yeah.
put them in a box.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then we have to find a place for them. Yep.
Fair
so
enough.
it's coming down to making those decisions. And I think one of the things I hear the most is when I'm having these organizing sessions with clients is, if you were not standing here, I would never do this.
Oh, for sure. They
And-
need like you said, the
Yeah.
third party, like we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. Like they need the third party,
They do.
separation, arm's length away from anything, and they just, they don't want their kids telling them what to do necessarily.
No.
And, another thing we talked about too is do this, downsize, when it's your choices that are being made, right? Don't wait to move
Because
for
you have
everybody else, because you have to. And then everybody else is making decisions for you on all your belongings, where you go, what you do. Start preparing now. If you know you're aging, we're all aging. None of us are making it out alive. Sorry, everybody, we're not. So why not start the process of downsizing your things, simplifying your life, and doing it on your own terms, right?
And it makes it so much easier emotionally to do it when you're not feeling like there's a time pressure. Like, I have 2 weeks to do this.
Right.
I do get a lot of inquiries. I'm moving in 2 weeks and I want to sell this, this, and this. Can you help me? And I can't.
Right.
So I don't.
You need the
because I
time.
really can't. You need time.
You need time to do it.
You do. You need time emotionally. You need time physically, obviously. I do give homework to clients sometimes. I will leave. I will look and I'll say, oh, should I give these people homework? And I'll say, okay, your homework is to just do the bottom of that closet. Because you can go through those things yourself. And I say, you don't need me to do that. I'm trying to really empower them to do the things that I'm helping them do that they don't think they can do.
Right.
And I'll say, just do that. Just do the bottom of the closet.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And when they don't, they get very guilty.
Yeah.
Which is so cute.
Oh, you're coming. I didn't do my homework.
They're like, I didn't do my homework. And I'm like, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah. And
love
other
that.
people, I will say, I give homework, and they will say, oh, no, not me. Do not give me homework. And I say, okay, fine. I don't do that.
Okay.
So every situation
You're like,
is a little
no,
bit
you
different.
do it. Here's
Yeah.
the keys. Do what you may.
Right.
Like, I get that
Absolutely.
often too. Like,
Yeah.
here's the keys. Tell me what needs to be fixed. I'll send the check. You handle it all.
Yep.
So it's what you're doing is really full service as far as all the way down to the junk removal
All the way down.
aspect of it and packing.
And
packing of it.
Yes.
It's huge.
Yeah, we do packing. I also work with movers who will do packing as well. Depends how big the job is. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it couldn't be more simplified, right?
It just needs to get done.
Yeah. They need to empty their nests,
they
Patti.
do.
They do.
They do.
So, what is one thing? This is my last question for you, Patti. Sure. And I want you to really think back to one thing that you sold that was like the most amount of money you've sold it for, or like the most surprising item. Is there anything that's like a good memory that you had that you found in a house and it ended up being a score? Like it ended up being something that no one even imagined. Besides Pyrex and
yes,
besides
yes.
vintage jewelry.
Yeah, a couple things. One is I have a client who has her mother's sterling silver flatware and her grandmother's sterling silver flatware, and then her mother's friend's sterling silver flatware.
Everybody's sterling silver flatware, yeah?
So
okay.
Clearly, with the markets, silver and gold are just kind of through the roof. So
Silver and gold are through the roof.
they are. So we sold
My
a
dad
lot of
calls
silver.
me every day to buy silver and gold. Yeah.
And we can sell silver for quite a lot of money. And what's great in an auction is that just like eBay, people bid on it and they get emotional about it, and they're like, I'm not going to lose that for $5. I'm not going to lose that, and the price goes up and up and up, as opposed to just offering it for a flat amount of money. The other thing was a client found. Now we never ended up selling this, but it was very interesting. A client found an older gentleman, and someone had given him a present, and it was a box of, I don't remember the year, but it was Macallan which I believe is a whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And it was in a box. And I said, I think that's worth some money. You should look that up. So he did the research and he looked it up. And the bottle was worth $7,000.
You're kidding.
No.
A
And
$7,000 bottle of
yes,
Macallan.
yes.
Okay.
And-
it better
and-
taste amazing
Right.
for $7,000.
Well, and they go for more than that. But
Yeah.
he said it's worth $7,000. So I found out that
They could have easily just given it away. Like, here, take this.
oh, we could have thrown it away.
Yeah.
You know, and but you can't sell alcohol, at least in Massachusetts, if you're not, a registered dealer. So you
Right.
can't even sell it to the guy who sells it down the street. You can't do
so
that.
what did you do with it?
So I said, you're going to have to keep it. And he laughed, and I said, look, just drink it.
Just,
you know?
right? Just enjoy it.
Drink
When
it.
you're all done
Yeah.
with this process.
I said, just have a drink.
have some
and
together.
I go, when you get to where you're going, just
I
have
love
a
that.
drink. And I believe he did, and he said he wasn't worthy. But he was very sweet. So
Sounds
that
like you
was
very much
that
so
was very
was.
interesting, yeah. And then Oriental carpets are another find.
Really?
Yes, and so I've connected with a few dealers in New York. And when I have customers with true Oriental carpets.
How do you
yeah.
know they're true, authentic Oriental carpets,
I
Patti?
don't know. I am not
There's
an
nothing to
expert.
look
I
for.
am not an appraiser. I tell people that
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time. I'm not going to tell you. I can look at marks on
Yeah.
things. I can look at marks on jewelry or, Asian artifacts is,
Yeah.
is another category where things go for a lot of money. But I have these dealers, and I've done a lot of business with them, and I trust them. So I call them first, and that works out for my client.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, Patti, if people want to get a hold of you,
Sure.
and they think they're sitting on something really great,
Yeah.
especially, or they have a lot of things, not just one set or one table set or one dining set or anything like that, but if they have a whole house, a whole nest to empty, right?
Yep.
How do they get a hold of Patti at Empty My Nest? What do they do first?
So they should just go to my website at emptymynest.com. We have a contact page, and they can fill that out, some basic information, and I'd be happy to give them a call and let them know if I can help them.
That's amazing, Patti. I'm so excited. Now I want to be on the hunt at these houses that I list. Like,
I think
that might
one
be
time-
worth something.
One time we were speaking, Candace, and you said, we were speaking with some of your agents, and you said, you know what, you're kind of a secret weapon.
You are a
And I
secret
was like,
weapon.
oh, I like that idea.
You are. Bring in the secret weapon. Bring in Patti from Empty My Nest.
that's great.
And get your nest emptied. And go ahead and go on to emptymynest.com,
Emptymynest.com.
which is a phenomenal website name. I love
you.
it. And downsizing can be made a lot easier. Pull the trigger. Do it. Don't wait. Start now. Let this be, if you're listening here, if we can help one person and one family, just get going on it. It's never too soon. According to Patti, it's never too soon to start downsizing.
True.
We bring in a realtor, bring in Patti, and we will make all of your goals come true. Well, I want to thank you for being here today, Patti.
for
Thank you
having me.
so much. This was wonderful. And thank you all who tuned in and listened to how to downsize. And we really hope that we've helped some of you and motivated some of you to make that call. Go to the emptymynest.com website and really take action today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so we can keep delivering some fantastic people and some fantastic podcast information so that you can continue to live and learn with us. Until next time, thanks, guys.